Easy! Look this way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it, your final parade at Sandhurst. There are many good reasons for making this the greatest parade that's ever been seen at the Academy. First, our Queen will be present. Secondly, for your family and friends, many of whom have come a long way today to be with you. Thirdly, for the staff. God knows they've been patient with you waiting for this day to arrive. But most of all, for you, because this is your day. A day that you'll remember for the rest of your lives. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this last opportunity of wishing each and every one of you Godspeed and good fortune and what I sincerely believe to be an honourable career. Look to France!
The Sovereign's Parade takes place at the Royal Military Academy 3 times a year. Today's parade is particularly significant because the salute is being taken by Her Majesty the Queen. This will be the 3rd occasion Her Majesty has been present, the last being in 1965. Normally, the Queen is represented at the parades by another member of the royal family or a very senior officer. Her Majesty is accompanied by the Commandant of Sandhurst, Major General Richard Keithley, ex-5th Inniskillen Dragoon Guards. The parade receives Her Majesty with a royal salute. The parade today is commanded by Major Julian Lancaster, MBE, Scots Guards. His charger, Alexander, is unquestionably the most experienced on parade today. He's been the adjutant's charger since 1977, and this will therefore be Alexander's 25th commissioning parade.
Your Majesty, the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst is formed up, present and ready for your inspection. There are 677 dragoon officers and officer cadets on parade, of whom 406 are being commissioned or having their commissions confirmed. May I have your permission for the senior divisions to stand fast and for the remainder to stand at ease. Land, please.
It's been traditional at Sandhurst since the end of World War II for the adjutant's charger to be a very light grey. Her Majesty will now inspect the parade. The traditions upon which Sandhurst is founded go back over 2 centuries. In 1812, the building which is now called Old Building, and which is the backdrop to today's parade, was opened to train gentlemen cadets for the cavalry, infantry, and later the Indian Army. And this continued until general mobilization in 1939. During the war, Sandhurst became an officer cadet training establishment, where potential officers carried out a short course. In 1947, Sandhurst reopened with the task of training all regular officers for the Army. In 1972, Sandhurst also took on the training of short service officers. And in 1981, the officer training element of the Women's Royal Army Corps came under command of the Academy. The aim of Sandhurst has remained unchanged throughout its long history: to transform a young man both physically and mentally, so that he's fit to lead soldiers in peace and war. Hence the motto worn on the cap badge of all students: serve to lead. The first post-Second World War passing out parade was taken by His late Majesty King George VI in July 1948. Following the parade, the King decreed that in future it would be known as the Sovereign's Parade. Since then, 19,535 young men have been commissioned from Sandhurst. As well as being accompanied on the inspection by the Commandant, the Queen is also escorted by the Academy Sergeant Major, WO1 Dennis Cleary. He's the senior warrant officer in the British Army. He became the Academy Sergeant Major in 1979, having previously been the Regimental Sergeant Major for the 1st Battalion, the Irish Guards. The inspecting party is preceded by 2 stick orderlies, Officer Cadet Butcher and Officer Cadet Dennison. It's a great honour to be selected as a stick orderly. 4 are appointed. They're chosen for their bearing, smartness and all-round ability. Their names and those of their predecessors are inscribed on the canes they carry and include many famous men, one of note being the actor, the late David Niven. The Queen is also escorted by her equerry, Lieutenant Colonel Blair Stewart Wilson, Scots Guards, who was himself on parade as an officer cadet when the Queen took the salute on her first parade as Princess Elizabeth in July 1949.
Sandhurst! Charge! Number 15 platoon! Shoulder! Arms! Division! In column! Right wheel! By the line! Quick march!
Number 15 Platoon, Normandy Company, New College, will now march forward to receive the Sovereign's banner. The banner is presented to the new Sovereign's Platoon, which comes from the junior division of the Standard Military Course. The Sovereign's Platoon is chosen after competitions in drill, orienteering, shooting, and a cross-country race designed to bring out the best in endurance and teamwork from the officer cadets. Sandhurst today runs a variety of courses, and I would like to take this opportunity as the Sovereign's Platoon designate marches into position to receive the banner to mention the 2 main ones. The Standard Military Course, which lasts for 28 weeks, is attended by all male non-graduates. The course provides essential instruction in leadership, tactics, map reading, signals, skill at arms, drill, administration and organisation. Between 2 and 4.5 years after leaving Sandhurst, regular officers and short service officers converting to a regular commission return to Sandhurst to attend the 14-week regular career course. The aim of this is to lay a foundation of professional academic knowledge for non-graduate officers. Male graduate officers attend the standard graduate course of 28 weeks duration. This is a mix of the syllabuses of the standard military course and the regular career course, but much compressed. The graduates join the course as probationary second lieutenants, and on successful completion of the course, their commissions are confirmed. And together with the non-graduates, they leave to join their regiments or attend special to arm courses. The Sovereign's Platoon is commanded by Junior Under Officer Ruff, the best student of the standard military course, who will later in the parade receive the Sword of Honour from Her Majesty. The banner carried today was presented by the Queen at Buckingham Palace in 1978. The platoon which will bear the banner, which is only lowered to the reigning sovereign, is called by Her Majesty's wish the Sovereign's Platoon. The banner is carried by Junior Under Officer Swire, who is being commissioned today into the Grenadier Guards. The 2 escorts are Officer Cadet Mason Smith and Officer Cadet Gibb. The banner is handed to the Academy Sergeant Major. As can be seen, the Academy Sergeant Major's sword is drawn. This is the only occasion, apart from the Queen's birthday parade, when this is done by a Sergeant Major on parade. The Academy Sergeant Major hands the banner to Officer Cadet Jackson, who hopes to be commissioned into the Royal Signals when he's commissioned in August. This part of the parade is regarded as a private ceremony for the Sovereign's platoon. This is therefore one occasion when the rest of the parade does not salute when the national anthem is played. The Sovereign's banner will now be trooped along the ranks of the junior division.
By the right! Low! March!
The Standard Military Course and the Standard Graduate Course are the major courses run at Sandhurst. But in addition, and of great importance, are the other courses. Principally, the Women's Royal Army Corps attend a course of 25 weeks duration. This course is aligned with the Standard Graduate Course, and some joint training is carried out, which includes all of the professional studies. The course is attended by both graduates and non-graduates. Other shorter courses of 2 to 4 weeks are run to cater for those seeking short service limited commissions, for probationary territorial army officers, and for officers with professional qualifications joining such corps as the Royal Army Medical Corps, the Royal Army Chaplains Department, the Army Legal Services, and others. This part of the parade is similar to the Queen's Birthday Parade, which takes place every summer on Horse Guards Parade in London. The trooping of the colour ceremony can be traced back as far as 1591. Colours were used as a rallying point for regiments, hence it was of great importance that all ranks were familiar with their own colours. It was therefore important that they were seen close to, hence the troop through the ranks. The parade, led by the senior division, then marches past Her Majesty in slow time. As the parade steps off, the half companies form divisions into column, and then wheel into line for the march past. This drill, now used throughout the army, originated at Sandhurst to overcome the restriction of the small size of the parade ground here. Also on parade are the Queen's and regimental colours of Sandhurst. Colours were first presented to the Royal Military Academy in 1813 by Her Majesty Queen Charlotte. The colours that you see on parade today were presented in 1974 by Her Majesty the Queen. The Sovereign's banner is lowered. This is the first time this banner has ever been lowered since it was presented to the Academy in 1978, as it's only lowered to the reigning sovereign. The drum indicates the change of pace to the parade, and they will now march past in quick time. The band on parade today is found by the Scottish Division and is from the King's Own Scottish Borderers and the Queen's Own Highlanders. Up until August last year, Sandhurst had its own band, but this very sadly was disbanded, and now a band is posted to Sandhurst for each 14-week term. So this is the last parade for the band, as well as for those students being commissioned. The parade prepares to advance in review order. This part of the parade is based on a tactical manual for the infantry produced in 1780 by one David Dundas. 18 manoeuvres were laid down designed to combat the tactical moves of the enemy, both in attack and defence. Every unit had to perform these manoeuvres each year before a reviewing general. The 18th and last manoeuvre was the attack in line and consisted of an advance followed by a volley to the right and a volley to the left. A further advance followed by 2 volleys to the front, but on parade ending with the present arms. It's this manoeuvre which remains as a part of British ceremonial to mark those grand days. The parade is then stood at ease, prior to being given an address by Her Majesty the Queen, who on completing it presents the 4 major prizes made to those being commissioned. Each prize denotes outstanding qualities in those concerned. Junior Under Officer Ruff. He was born and brought up in Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, and served for 2 years in the Rhodesia Light Infantry. He arrived in England 6 years ago. He's being commissioned into the RAOC and is soon to start the Royal Marine Commando course with a view to then joining the Royal Marine RAOC Company. He retains the sword, which is of the pattern used by his corps. Second Lieutenant Pope. He went up to Jesus College, Cambridge as an Army cadet. He read economics and achieved an honours degree. He's to be commissioned into the Royal Signals. His first posting is to the Queen's Gurkha Signal Regiment in Hong Kong. The Queen's Medal is presented to the best student officer of the standard graduate course. It's a personal award of the Queen's. The medal is made of gold and is inscribed. Cadet Corporal Meade. He became interested in the Army whilst at school in Jamaica and achieved the rank of WO2 in the CCF. He holds a private pilot's licence. There are 40 overseas cadets on parade from 23 countries. Cadets from 63 countries have attended Sandhurst courses. Of these, 3 are currently heads of state: Jordan, Oman and Brunei.
The Sank of Honour is awarded to the student officer or officer cadet.
Officer Cadet Vickers. She's being posted to command a WRAC platoon in Rheindahlen in West Germany. Her father is a previous commandant of Sandhurst. He won the Sword of Honour when a cadet. The beach brown sash of silk has been awarded since 1950, when the WRAC uniform changed from khaki to today's Lovat green. At that stage, Sam Brown belts were replaced by sashes. parade pays its final compliment to Her Majesty.
Sandhurst! Shout! Shoulder! Out! Sandhurst! Royal! Salute! Present! Out! Sandhurst! Shoulder! Out! Order! Out!
May I have your permission for the colours, the banner, and the senior divisions to march off parade, ma'am, please.
Sandhurst! Shoulder! Out! The senior division! One! Freedom! England! Turn!
Those having their commissions confirmed and those being commissioned march off parade to Old Lang Syne. The junior division, who will be commissioned at the next parade, present arms as their seniors march up the steps of Old Building. The last to leave is the adjutant, following a custom started in 1925 by the then adjutant, General Boy Browning. There are numerous stories surrounding this custom. One story is that it was an extremely wet parade, and he didn't see why everyone else should get under cover and why he could not. He therefore decided that the quickest way to get out of the rain was to ride up the steps of the grand entrance. The parade's second-in-command, Captain Philip Dimmock, Welsh Guards, takes command of the parade.
Fighting
The Sovereign's platoon march off parade with the banner, which will remain in their safekeeping until the next commissioning parade. Her Majesty leaves the parade. I'm sure all on parade today will remember her address, particularly those being commissioned, when she said, "When you march up the steps, remember with pride those who have passed that way before. You are now taking over from them the task of maintaining the effectiveness of the British Army in peace and war. I place that trust in you with confidence. My prayers for your success and safety will follow you, wherever you may be called upon to serve."